Hello everyone and welcome back. So let's just get right into it with taking care of enemies.
Our alliance is going to need more help if we want to succeed against the Vaadwaur. We'll need to make pacts with other species in the quadrant, and not everyone is going to see this our way. That's where you come in. Go out there and show them the value of cooperation.
Understood. So it looks like only one system. And that is good enough for me.
The Turay have reported a high incidence of raiders and piracy here. Their vessels are under Voth protection. Any acts of aggression toward them will be dealt with harshly.
We have no quarrel with the Turay.
Good. Be advised that there are Turay fighters inbound for trade relations with the hierarchy. Our escort vessels will be matching your position soon. Interference with Turay commerce will not be tolerated.
What's the hierarchy's interest here?
Let me step in and answer that. Director Flynn, Economic Projects Management. The system is a hub for profitable trade with many partners. Unfortunately, profit attracts criminals. Security measures are being enacted to restore law and order to the system. Until those go into effect, the hierarchy is grateful for your assistance with those, concerns. We have several trading partners, including the Talaxians, the Hazari, and the Turay. Some of them have signed contracts with independent security providers, such as the Voth. A wise choice, perhaps, if not a costly one.
What's the nature of the Voth arrangement with the Turay?
We have a strategic arrangement with the Turay. They are a protectorate of the Voth. They have requested our aid in this system, and they will have it.
We support the Delta Alliance and will assist in dealing with raiders and pirates.
I see our escort has arrived. And you as well.
This is outrageous. The Turay are thieves. They stole supplies that were supposed to be ours. Listen closely, because I'm only going to say this once. Turn the supplies over to me, immediately, or I will have no choice but to open fire.
I'd reconsider if I were you, Captain. We will defend ourselves.
Of the Malok.
I don't think so, Malok. All operative weapons, fire away.
That completes our run. We'll wait for our trade contact here.
Our first shipment wasn't what the Toray promised. Disappointing. Upon further review, we have determined that our return on investment here is no longer acceptable. I'm afraid we're terminating the project. Thank you for your assistance. Hopefully, we can work on more rewarding projects in the future.
The feeling is mutual, Director. Interesting. Receiving word from the Kimbar System Command. Looks like things have settled down here. We're cleared to leave system whenever you're ready.
The time has come to end the Vodwar threat to the Delta Quadrant. Our allies are assembling at the Jenolan Dyson Sphere to plan our assault on the Vodwar homeworld. You will serve as the battle commander for the assault. Admiral Tuvok is waiting for you at the Jenolan Dyson Sphere. He will brief you and our allies on our strategy. Good hunting.
Thank you, Commander. Yeah, Tiny, you finally caught me. Yeah, same here. I don't get much time to stream anymore. Anytime I'm home, I'm trying to get some sleep. But things are getting better. IKS Pirate Radio. Good name for your ship, dude. Yeah, me too. Really glad. We arrived at Jenolan Dyson Sphere, sir. Our orders are for you to beam down to the surface for a conference about to take place. Acknowledged. Number Tuvok has requested to speak with you before the briefing. Let's see what he has to say.
We are not yet ready to begin. While I finish preparations, I suggest you speak to the liaisons of our allies.
Where are the Alpha Quadrant representatives?
The Vaudouar are anticipating an attack of some kind, and we know they are monitoring our ship movements closely. Therefore, I suggest we adapt the tactics of our enemies to our own use. As a diversion, I have dispatched Alliance ships to the Cartella system to engage the Vaudouar forces there. If they are successful, by the time the Vaudouar realize what is happening, we will have already secured Vaudouar Prime. The Vaudouar believe the other species of this quadrant are too weak to challenge them. We will use that misconception to our advantage by using our Delta Quadrant allies to assault Vaudouar Prime itself.
Understood.
We are not yet ready to begin. While I finish preparations, I suggest you speak to the liaisons of our allies.
Thank you, Admiral. I will talk to them.
The Cooperative asked me to inform you that they appreciate your assistance, and are prepared to provide what assistance they can in the final battle against the Vaudouar.
I know the Cooperative's numbers are few. What do they offer?
The Cooperative's main weapon is adapted Borg technology. Cooperative vessels can confuse the systems of opposing ships and cause them to fire on friendly targets. This tactic is most effective in mixed groups of ships, where the Cooperative can turn the larger vessels against the smaller ones.
Thank you, Seven.
The Cooperative appreciates your partnership, and we are eager to end the Vaudouar threat to our quadrant. Our technological capabilities are at your disposal.
We appreciate your assistance in this matter.
I'm not sure I completely trust the Kazon after our experience with Maj Sesson, but they say they'll fight for us today. Maybe you'll have better luck reaching a consensus with them than I did.
What will the Kazon provide?
The Kazon have a large number of ships and fight without fear. However, their lack of organization makes slotting them into precise battle formations problematic. They'll go to war with you, but they may not follow every order.
Thank you, Captain.
The Kazon are eager for battle. Our enemies will fall today. All of them.
I look forward to fighting by your side. Not.
Good to see you again. Through my excellent diplomatic skills, and some assistance from Admiral Tuvok, I have managed to convince the Hierarchy Board of Directors that assisting us in this battle and ensuring the end of the Vaudouar will improve their long-term profits. The Hierarchy are experts at surveillance and espionage. If the Vaudouar try any tricks, the Hierarchy would be the ones we should send to subvert them.
Thank you, Doctor.
Greetings. The Hierarchy is anticipating a profitable transaction under your guidance. Our surveillance and tactical capabilities are at your disposal.
We appreciate the mutually beneficial arrangement.
We have a firm contract with the Hazari. It would bring them great dishonor to fail to complete it, so I expect that we'll have their full support in this battle.
What will they do for us?
The Hazari ships usually fight in pairs. One ship hangs back and provides shield support for the other. This gives them excellent defensive capabilities, but it comes at a cost. Their firepower isn't quite as strong as it would be if they weren't so dedicated to protection.
Thank you, Neelix.
Greetings. The Hazari will uphold our end of the contract, to the letter. And we expect you to do the same. We specialize in defense, and our ships are at your disposal.
Thank you. We appreciate the acceptance of this contract.
The presentation will begin momentarily. Perhaps you would be willing to check in with the representatives of our other allies. We invited Eldex's people and the Hirogen, but neither group chose to send a representative.
Understood. I'll talk to the representatives.
Greetings. The Benthan Guard is honored to join you in the fight against the Vaadwaur. We dedicate our lives to promoting law and order throughout the Delta Quadrant. Finding someone else with the same ideals is unusual, but most gratifying.
The support of your people is greatly appreciated.
It's an honor to meet you again. I am eternally grateful for your assistance on my world. By joining you in this fight, perhaps I can begin to repay a small portion of the life debt my people owe you.
The support of your people is greatly appreciated.
Hello again. You've done so much to help us. It's only right that we help you this time.
Thank you, Kalex. The Alliance appreciates your support.
Greetings. Aiding you against the Vaadwaur was a difficult decision for our people. We do not wish to ally with you, but we understand that ending Gaul's reign of terror is more important than our discomfort.
The support of your people is greatly appreciated.
If you are ready, I will begin the presentation.
Go ahead, Admiral.
The bulk of the Vaadwaur fleet has pulled back to Vaadwaur Prime. We expect to face the final might of the Vaadwaur, including Gaul's flagship. Our battle there will have 5 fronts, each progressively closer to the planet. Our rendezvous point will be here, where the mineral content of the moon will help to hide our ships. The Tuareg will secure the subspace tunnels in this area, while the Kabali will help the wounded.
The Admiral has already given us our assignment. Our forces will assault the other side of the planet to secure the area against a possible retreat. Our Talaxian friends will be in charge of transporting prisoners of war.
To give us the best possible chance of success, our battle commander will be able to call in one wing of our allies at each of the first 4 fronts. Each wing of allies has different tactical advantages. The cooperative can confuse enemies. The Kazon have many ships and fight without fear. The hierarchy have unparalleled espionage and surveillance abilities and should be difficult to take by surprise. Azari vessels fight in pairs, with one ship reinforcing the other's shields. This battle will be difficult, but we must prevail.
And prevail we will.
The fleet is ready to begin the assault. I will remain behind to coordinate their movements, while you will be commanding the battle from the field. We have 4 wings of allies at our disposal to help you break through the Vaadwaur lines. I recommend deploying 1 wing in each area. Are you ready to begin?
I am ready.
The Vaadwaur have sent out several large frigate scout forces. Which wing of allies do you want to assist you?
I think it's going to be the Kazon, but let me see. What's your advice, Admiral?
We are facing a large number of rather weak vessels. We need ships that would not be overwhelmed by numbers. The Kazon might be a good choice, because they have a large number of ships as well. The Hazari, another good option, because their powerful defensive capabilities would help in this situation. The Cooperative would perhaps not be a good choice. They could be overwhelmed by the number of Vaadwaur frigates.
Thank you, Admiral. I'm going to go with Hazari.
The Vaadwaur have sent out several large frigate scout forces. Which wing of allies do you want to assist you?
Send in Neelix with a Hazari.
That is an acceptable choice. The defensive power of the Hazari ships should be enough to deal with the frigates.
We shall see. Red alert, all hands to battle stations. on, bring the barrels around. I like that move, Bodwell.
That went well. What do you want me to do now?
Hold this area while we proceed to the next.
The terrain fleet has secured the subspace tunnels. The Vaadwaur will not be able to use them to attack or to retreat.
Excellent.
We shall establish a medical flotilla and secure the area. Vessels of the fleet can transport any wounded, including Vaadwaur, to our ships for treatment.
Make sure you treat our people first. Travel to Bravo front.
The Vaadwaur have set up a cruiser picket line in this area. Which ally do you want to advance?
What is your advice, Admiral?
We are facing a picket line of cruisers, so we need ships that can withstand constant, persistent attacks. The Kazon could be a good choice because of the number of ships in their fleet. I believe the Cooperative would also be sufficient to the task. I would not recommend the Hierarchy, however. Their ships are more suited to espionage and surveillance, so fighting a large number of moderately powered vessels would not be advantageous.
Thank you, Admiral.
The Vaadwaur have set up a cruiser picket line in this area. Which ally do you want to advance?
Send in Harry Kim with the Kazon.
That is an acceptable choice. The Kazon ships should have sufficient numbers to challenge the Vaadwaur.
I'm glad you find my selection of Kazon satisfactory.
Something's not right here. The Kazon are in the wrong position, and they aren't responding to my hails.
Tovan Kev, what's your take? Sensors indicate the Kazon are moving into position with the Vaadwaur. Uh-oh. On screen. Sir, some of those ships appear to be Nistrum. We're being hailed at Sesson. Sesson, I should have known. On screen. Fools, did you really believe I would assist you in your folly? My mother's murder will be avenged at last. Janeway didn't murder your mother, Sesson. Seska brought her death upon herself. Have closed the channel, sir. We're being hailed by the Rhode Island on screen.
I was worried they might double-cross us, but I never thought they would be so blatant. But come to think of it, they did say some pretty suspicious things during the briefing. Fortunately, Admiral Tuvok and I have a backup plan. Sesson has been encroaching on Hirogen territory for some time. They'll join us in battle for a chance to collect his ship as a trophy.
Excellent work, Captain Kim. And now we have a trick up our sleeve. almost even match? Kim, we're annihilating them. Never even stood a chance.
The Corrosion are reporting moderate losses. Kazon and Vaudwar are taking some hits too.
Sir, we must enable a satellite network to prevent Vaudwar from receiving surveillance data that might allow them to make a counterattack. But first we need to override the security measures on one of the satellites, and then we can transmit a virus that'll shut down the entire network. Understood, set a course for the satellites.
We have defeated the first wave of Vaudwar defenders, and we are entering position for our next offensive. Resistance has been heavier than expected, but our ships have so far proved equal to the task.
Excellent work, Captain. Keep me apprised of your situation.
Please remember to direct any wounded or prisoners of war to our flotilla at Alpha Front.
Acknowledged.
This area is secure. What are your orders?
Remain here with Hirogen and coordinate cleanup efforts. Let's go to Charlie.
The Vaudwar have constructed a defensive line of battleships supported by frigates. Which wing of allies would you like to help you?
Send in 7 with a cooperative.
An excellent strategy. The technology of the cooperative may be able to cause the larger ships to attack the smaller ones. Certainly the cooperative coordination and discipline will be more than a match for the tactical abilities of the Vaudwar.
I have great faith in the cooperative. Excellent news, 7.
Cooperative ships are performing at
Hey, Nico! How's it going? Yeah, I just went through an update. I probably have to reset everything. Thanks for letting me know about that, Nico. We must secure the orbital platforms here. We cannot afford to leave our rear flank exposed. Set a course for the orbital platforms. Hail the Talaxians.
We are ready to begin transporting prisoners of war from the orbital platforms at your command.
We have secured the platforms. Please proceed with the transportation.
The Vodwar forces in this area have been defeated. What are your orders?
Hold this area till we proceed to the next.
The Vodwar have constructed a defensive line of battleships. However, knowing the Vodwar, they might be planning a surprise attack. Who do you want to assist you?
What's up, Nico? Send in the doctor with the hierarchy.
A wise choice. The espionage and surveillance capabilities of the hierarchy should help us prepare for any surprises the Vodwar might have in store.
My thoughts exactly, Admiral. I have great confidence in the hierarchy.
The hierarchy are more than capable of handling the Vodwar. Are conflicted against the hierarchy.
Sir, we must disable the orbital repair platforms in this area. The Vaadwaur could repair their ships and allow them to re-enter the conflict. The platforms are networked together so we can access the recognition protocol subroutines for any single platform, and change should propagate to the other platforms. Good idea, set a course for the platforms. You can do it here, Nico. Do it in the whisper. Let me guess, it now works. Yeah, I kind of figured it would work. Stupid things. The Benthans are hailing us again, sir, on screen. We've broken through the ranks of the Vaadwaur defenders. They are falling back, but we have to contain. We anticipate being able to rendezvous with you at Echo Front shortly. Excellent work, Captain.
The
Yeah,
Vaadwaur forces
electronics,
are
exactly.
defeated, as I knew they would be. What are your orders?
Hold this area while we proceed to the next.
We have broken through to their final line of defense, their command ships. However, in doing so, we have exhausted our supply of allies, and the Vaadwaur dreadnoughts are formidable. This will be a difficult fight.
We have to press on, even if it's alone.
Not quite alone. The Rojan have matters well in hand, so the Rhode Island is at your disposal.
Glad to have you, Captain.
I have temporarily taken command of a cooperative vessel. You will not fight alone.
Wonderful 7, we could use the help.
The hierarchy also agreed to send a single ship to assist in the final assault. Under the command of yours truly, of course. I'm finally getting to use my emergency command subroutine. But you would not believe the amount of paperwork I had to fill out.
Fantastic, Doctor.
Last but not least, the Hazari managed to spare a ship and put it under my command. Captain Neelix. I quite like the sound of that.
Indeed, Neelix. Thank you.
I am impressed with the show of support from our allies. However, my tactical analysis indicates that our forces are inferior to the Vaadwaur.
We have to fight. On screen. How sad, I hope you put more of a fight. Sorry to disappoint you.
Vaadwaur are relentless. The probability of our survival is slim.
Yeah, Nico, take care. Thanks for coming in.
Well, that's
Initiate auto-separation sequence.
Nice having some more war on our side.
All ship has launched a drop pod to the planet. Sensors indicate he's on board.
Sir, we've arrived to help secure the area.
Excellent, I am needed on the surface. Gull landed somewhere in this area. He must have gone into those tunnels. Let's follow him then. Drop pod landed just a few minutes ago. Gull can't be far away. Stuck on a damn wall. Come on. Okay, Mr. Overseer, I know you're behind there. Time to come on out and fight. Okay. Since this mission is a rather lengthy one, I'll be ending after this.
Your persistence is a credit to your race.
Welcome, my friend.
But it is time
you should have joined me when you
story.
had the chance. Your blood will drench the sands of our blasted home.
It's over, Gaul. Surrender now and save the lives of your remaining soldiers.
Congratulations. You have earned the right to die on the hallowed soil of Vaudois Prime. Although you are clearly not the brightest aliens in the universe, your bravery is admirable. And I do respect Starfleet for ending my people's long twilight. Surrender now, and I give you my word I will spare your people. You and the other leaders will need to be executed, of course, but that is only to maintain order. Personally, I bear you no ill will.
A generous offer, but I must decline.
That's twice you've refused my generosity. I should be insulted, but your pitiful blindness makes it difficult.
I only feel contempt for your delusions.
The Vaudois controlled this quadrant once, and our new allies have only made us stronger. Is that the best you've got?
Now's your chance! Defeat Gaul!
With pleasure.
I thought you would want him to know. I took the liberty to scan Gaul from home. He does not have the powers. And I don't think he has.
What? That's impossible!
And he runs away like a little coward.
The Vadwar Empire will never fall, and you will not even be a footnote in our glorious history.
That was close, I almost got squashed.
We cannot be stopped. Time after time we rise from the ashes, and we are stronger for doing so.
Your logic is flawed, Gaul. You are already defeated. The evil I mistakenly unleashed on the galaxy ends at last.
My people and the galaxy must believe the parasites were behind his madness.
Vadwar have surrendered. What is your current situation?
We're in Gaul's command center, Admiral. Gaul is dead.
Were you able to determine why he returned to the surface? It was a tactical error. Even if underspace was closed to him, Gaul would have had more opportunities to escape if he had remained in his ship.
Not yet. Join me, we can investigate.
Certainly. May I recommend Seven, Captain Kim, the Doctor, and Neelix join us as well. Their insight may be valuable.
Absolutely. Will you contact them for me?
Honestly, I wasn't sure about coming back to the Delta Quadrant. I have a family and a life back home, and the idea of being 70,000 light years away again wasn't appealing. But seeing the good we've done for the Gabali, and now stopping the Vadwar, I think we were needed here. You were needed. Thank you. It's been a pleasure serving with you. I hope we meet again.
It was good serving with you, Captain Kim.
While this conflict was regrettable, it was ultimately for the greater good. Gaul's hubris and ambition blinded him to the harm he was doing to the Delta Quadrant and his own people. Now the threat is ended. There will be time to heal the damage he has done.
But were they acting alone?
I was responsible for the return of the Vadwar. Even though Admiral Janeway told me she might have done the same thing, it was ultimately my actions that allowed all this destruction to happen. I participated in the assimilation of many different species during my time with the Borg. Those acts weigh on me. The wanton slaughter caused by the Vadwar will do so as well.
7, you could not have known what would happen.
Nevertheless, I am pleased I could, in some way, make up for my actions. By assisting the Touré, working with the Cooperative, and fighting the Vaadwaur here today, we have helped end what began more than 30 years ago when I activated those stasis tubes and freed the Vaadwaur. Thank you.
You're welcome, 7. We couldn't have done this without you.
War is just a pointless waste of life. Usually for a political reason that doesn't much matter in the long term anyway. I understand that sometimes we need to fight to defend those who cannot defend themselves. I respect that. But what Gaul was doing here was madness. It's one thing for him to want to rebuild his people. It's something entirely different to destroy dozens of worlds to do so.
Indeed.
I'm not a man who normally dwells on revenge, but when Gaul and his soldiers attacked my people, it was almost all I could think about. Dexa helped me to see that death doesn't heal wounds of the heart, but thank you. This quadrant is safer now that Gaul and his soldiers are defeated, and I'm glad I was here to see it happen.
Goodbye, my friend. Sir, I'm detecting unusual radiation emitting from that door. Let's investigate.
Intriguing. This device is not familiar to me, but it does not appear to be of Vaadwaur origin. I will bring it back to Voyager for further analysis.
Acknowledged. Looks like we're done here, sir. Are you ready to beam up? Yes, I am.
Congratulations. Your leadership during the assault on Vaadwaur Prime and the subsequent defeat of Gaul was inspired. With Gaul's defeat and the destruction of his fleet, we have secured the Delta Quadrant against a terrible threat. And I hope this is the last that we see of the neural parasites and infected Vaadwaur. Perhaps even more importantly, we've seen that the species of the Delta Quadrant can unite against a common enemy. They may seem scattered and difficult, but they're all survivors. I respect that. However, the discovery of this artifact concerns me. Admiral Tuvok is leading an analysis. I will contact you once we have more information.
Understood. Alright. This is the end of the stream. Thank you to TinyG2512 and Nico Witch DK21 for joining in. I'll see everybody next time. Everybody have a great night and stay safe.